Hare Krishna everybody.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna Prabhuji, Sadar Pranam Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Pranam Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Today is a very significant day. In fact, the celebrations of this have been going on by various disciples and grand disciples of Bhakti Prabhupada. The 150th year, the appearance of Bhakti Prabhupada. Okay, so let us just today meditate on this. Every year we meditate. Why do we do that? Why do we even observe fast? Because this is going to help us. Okay. So I think all of you can see now. Appearance day of Bhakti Sidhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada. If you have something to say about him, which I forget, please bring it up. I'll make some more admins in case the power goes. In case power goes or there is too much sound, please take over the class. Today no co-host, generally we put no. So appearance day festival of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. Today that is the day. So if those who are seriously following, you can try today to do fast for the half day. Okay, till 12 o'clock. Don't take a meal. You skip a breakfast just to honor and understand that spiritual things are even more important than material things. So now you calculate 1874 because we are calculating not the solar year, we are calculating the lunar, that is called Tithi. So therefore 1874 and 150 is 2024. So therefore there was nationwide celebration. Even Modi participated in some of the celebration. The Prime Minister of India participated. Some stamps were released, so many things. So very significant thing. She Sheikh the Dham appeared in Jagannath Puri because his father, who was a magistrate, and he felt that he needed somebody to help him. Bhaktivinoda Thakur had pioneered, Prabhupada used the word, pioneered the whole Krishna conscious movement recently, and he felt he needs somebody to help him to continue spreading this movement. And he prayed to the Lord, send me somebody from your own staff. The Bhaktivinoda Thakur is generally in our body of Vaishnavas is called seventh Goswami, because his work of writing was prolific and significant. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada is called Ray of Vishnu. You can find a very good videos. I request you can see on the net. And I wish our preaching also expands to the level. We can also make very nice dramas and movies on the life of Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada as revealed by Srila Prabhupada. So Shri Kshetra Dham in Jagannath Puri, some of you have come there, you can see. When he was born, 6 February 1874, 150 years ago exactly, and the son of Srila Sachidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He's a father, a great acharya in our parampara. So the more we describe and glorify the devotees of the Lord, the more we become fixed up by their mercy in the process of Krishna consciousness. Is the audio okay, everybody? Is it fine?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Okay. When Prabhupada asked, can you tell us something about your Guru? Prabhupada used to say, what can I say? He was a Vaikuntha man, so sweet. In fact, Srila Prabhupada dedicates his whole life to serve Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada. What is so special? See, pure devotees are very rare. Mukta nama api siddha nama narayana parayanaha. Among liberated personalities, Koti Shiva Mahamuni, among the millions and trillions of devotees, sages, munis, we can find one pure devotee. Pure devotee means, except pleasing the Lord, he has not any other plan in life. Now, by the grace of Srila Prabhupada, we have got an idea of that. But to become a pure devotee is something, maybe millions of births will become a pure devotee. No desire other than desire to please Krishna, nothing else. The only one desire, how Krishna can be pleased. Your teachings have been greatly depreciated, not in my power. This Bhaktivinoda Thakur was praying to Jagannath. The teachings have been depreciated very greatly. Everything has been spoiled. I did my whole life work, but it's not within my power to restore it. And I did some work, a lot of work is remaining. You see, when you see ISKCON movement today, we see it spreading all around the world. We see so many people taking, and we do feel so much benefit. But these are the founders of actually the Krishna conscious movement as it is today. In fact, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur rebranded, repackaged the whole Krishna conscious movement. So many things we do today, wearing a Brahmin thread, wearing this dress. It's all a package of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada. Otherwise, you can see, you can see in Vrindavan, we see the Shad Goswamis. They were not wearing dress like that. They were wearing one langot, that's it. Now, if suppose we would have done that without that, suppose wearing langot would have gone to preach in the cities, tell me whether anybody would have listened also. No. So he packaged it. Because we have to do, there was a time this was very valuable. You sit in the holy dham, in Radha Kund, you sit there, just wear langot. Some people will come, take your blessings and all. But now it's a time, Bhaktivinoda Thakur Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada understood the time of publication. The people can read about the message right at their home by the books. Previously there were no books. Books were available. If they were available only in temples, you have to go. There will be a copy of Gita there. And you have to hire a pandit if you want a copy. He will sit and make copy for you. It's expensive. Not everybody can afford it. It takes time consuming. But the Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada saw, he called it Brihad Mridanga. That is his word. And in fact, he used to tell Prabhupada, if you get money, print books. If you get money, print books. That was the only way at that moment. You don't have mobile, you don't have computer at that time. Print books, because the message has to go somehow. The essence is the message has to go. How it has to go may change according to time and situation. But the message has to go. And that time, the world changed. There were books. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada even had a press. He even had a daily newspaper. Because daily people can read something. So today what we are benefiting is, the process as taken by Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada and later finally fine-tuned by Prabhupada. When Srila Prabhupada started his movement all around the world, some of his God brothers could not understand because Prabhupada is not just a regular guru, he is an acharya. Acharya can set the rules according to time and situation. He said 16 rounds. In fact, before Prabhupada, it was in our parampara 64 rounds. Very interesting. And many sometimes followers of Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada, they still have 60 because they don't have an acharya. They just, regular gurus after that. They still have 64 rounds and they also know nobody can do it. And the fact is then there is no number which is fixed. See, suppose you put some number of people can do, everybody can do. Now you put a number that nobody can do, then what happens? You do 2 rounds, somebody does 5 rounds, and that's what mostly will do because when there is no force, I'll do just 2-3 rounds. There is no number which is fixed. So we understand this principle, how Prabhupada is actually in the Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara, he is the current Acharya for everybody, including his own God brothers. He is the Acharya now, by his own result what he has produced, by the authority that he had. Another thing Prabhupada introduced was giving facility to women to do service. It is not there. Even our Sampradaya also it is not there. Giving Brahmin Diksha to them. Giving the opportunity to serve the deities. Even opening Brahmacharini Ashram, Prabhupada went ahead. In fact, so many of his God, what is this Swamiji doing? Why is he allowing women? In fact, what happened one day, one Brahmachari told Prabhupada that I am sitting and chanting, and so many young unmarried girls are there in the same temple all sitting and chanting. I can't chant. Prabhupada said, leave the temple and go to the forest, please. He was so angry. Why? Why you are taking away that opportunity for service? And Prabhupada says actually, because I gave women also an opportunity for service, the movement became successful. Because they put all their energies. In fact, even today in the West, you see all the pujaris are ladies. Pujari, they do arti, everything. They dress the deities, they make wonderful paintings. Prabhupada said, I gave them. They even did so much book distribution, every service. So that has been the Prabhupada. And it was not maybe to this day also not understood by people. We have to understand by the current Acharya, not our stereotype ideas, what is to be done. So your teachings have been greatly depreciated. That's what Bhaktivinoda Thakur felt. And it is not in my power to restore them. What do I do? It's feeling helpless. My Lord, can you help me? I don't have hands. Can you help me? And then, because it was his prayer to the Lord, therefore a son came that is called Ray of Vishnu. Somebody, he says, please send me somebody from your own staff. Therefore, Prabhupada said he didn't belong to this world. In fact, many people who are scholars, who are devotees, nobody doubts that Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada was directly from the spiritual world, because now the next what we describe is activities. So first symptom, that is an extraordinary child that we know traditionally, and auspicious sign. The umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck like a thread. Just a small signal. And then the second thing was that once Jagannatha cart, Rath Yatra happened, and because he was the magistrate of Jagannath Puri, he was a big man. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was a very big man. So the carts, I know sometimes you may feel, I may be a magistrate, but can I contribute? I may be doing job, can I contribute? Yes. Look at what he did. If Bhaktivinoda Thakur used to hardly sleep for 2-3 hours, and so much in energy he was trying to spread Krishna consciousness. that he wrote hundreds of books. In his schedule is, we have read many times, unimaginable schedule. He will answer all the letters, he will spend his time to preach, he will do everything. Okay. So the deity of Jagannatha, this is very mystical, it stops suddenly. Nobody knows why it stops. It stops. There is a reason actually. The Lord, we cannot understand his reason. And even you bring elephant, the cart will not move. So they all understand the Lord wants to stay here. The cart stopped right in front of the house of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And this is actually because he wanted to bless his child. He has son his own. Because the intense prayer of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he has sent his, one great devotee to this world. The Lord wants to see him. So then, what will happen if the cart is at the gate? Definitely, the wife, Bhaktivinoda Thakur was out of station. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur's wife, she brought the child and rushed to get blessing. And the moment she brought the child near Jagannath, he rushed. Small child, who has taught him all that? He just rushed to touch the lotus feet. And the Lord, when garland fell on his. So the father said, yeah, this looks to be, some symptoms are very extraordinary of this child. And then this is even more when he was a very small child, just 4 years old. So what happens? Sometimes it happens, fruits is very complicated. You have 20 mangoes, you offer one mango. Is all of them offered and all will get confused, correct? It's very complicated. So anyway, the fruits are kept in the pujari room. And he's a small 4-year-old child. He went there, picked up mango and started eating. So father said, what have we done? This was to be offered to the Lord. And you ate? So it's okay. That much was the thing. He never ate mango rest of his life. Now this is not ordinary. So see what happens. He was principles. How much somebody is serious to follow principles, that much he is great man. Correct? No. No means no. Now how do you know somebody is great man? That means any uncivilized behavior, any sinful activity is not part of his system. Then he becomes great. Correct? How do you say somebody is great? He cannot touch it. Will you smoke? He will never smoke. Great man. Will you drink? He will never do drinking. More and more you see principle. These are basic principles. These are gentleman. This is highly refined principle. When he became a great acharya, had 1,000 disciples, and people used to bring for him some mango dish. In India, mango is everywhere. There is a place in India, many temples they have that. When you ask a mannat, they say you have to leave one fruit which you are eating, which you like. And people give names of fruits which they never eat in their life, which is not even available in India. But mango, you say you're going to lose. It's a very big thing, right? Mango is like, every dish is with mango. Mango juice, mango pulp, mango this, mango this. And here, even we have sambar in South India with mango sambar. And here is said, when a moment a mango dish is brought, I cannot touch it. I'm an offender. It took it so seriously. Now this Bhaktivinoda Thakur, his father, felt, I got what I wanted. I got a great son. And later what happened? He in the beginning, just like we saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also in the beginning was playing a role in the world of a great acharya, a role of a great pandit, a learned man. Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada also in the beginning played the role of a great learned scholar. Therefore his name he called Sidhanta. Even Vedic astronomy, he wrote a book on that. With the scholarship, he was called Surya Sidhanta. He wrote, therefore the name, you say Bhakti Sidhanta is that. And very interesting, as he grew up, he said to his father, Father, will you give me Diksha? Will become my Guru. Father said, no. We take Diksha from Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. So now, when he went to him, he will not agree, he will refuse. And he said, why you have come to take Diksha from me? I am a person who cannot even write one word. I am illiterate and you are a scholar, such a great scholar, son of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. But he said, no, you are a great devotee. If you don't give me blessing, then I will not live any long. Finally, day after day pestered him. Then Gokshar Babaji Maharaj, he was the only disciple. He said, yes. When you are so sincere, like we discussed, Loknath Maharaj gave Diksha to Narottam Das Thakur. Hai na? So, we proceed now from this. This is Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada taking Diksha after earnest prayers to him. Now, slowly the situation came 1905. This is still a long time ago. He felt that he is to take, his father and his guru are desiring he take up the mission of Lord Chaitanya now, take the responsibility. He felt that he is not qualified. So he started chanting 1 billion names. Kali Kale Nam Avatara, Hare Nam Eva Kevalam. So any devotee, if you have any difficulty sometimes, personal, mental, spiritual, take shelter of the holy name. That's what he did. He started chanting. How many? 1 billion names is actually chanting 192 rounds every day. He did it for 9 years, day and night. He'll sit in a hut. Only once a day will eat in an earthen pot, little, will eat nothing more. He could beard at that time. Therefore, at that time he has beard, not other times. Therefore, Prabhupada kept us clean shaven because Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada only had beard during those days of his 9 years of his tapasya. He slept on the ground, and when the rainwater used to thatch dust, this is a village where raining, will hold an umbrella, continues Japan, full determined. So, we can't take any austerity. Look at the austerity. Hardly eating, sleeping on the floor, and with a determined voice chanting and praying to the Lord, please bless this servant. I am not qualified to take the big task that you have given. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur ordered him, preach the teachings of 6 Goswamis and Lord Chaitanya far and wide, order of his father, to develop the birth site of Lord Gauranga, that is Mayapur, imploring him to preach the glories of Lord Gauranga and his Dhama. This was the request. And then finally he sat down. This is the year 1980. So this is, in 1905 he started chanting. It took around 9 years for him. Even you take mathematical calculation, it takes 9 years to finish the chanting of 1 billion names. 9 years, you can calculate. It's a big number. Okay. How many in one mantra? The 16 names of the Lord, and then 108 times, and then you multiply, you will find that this is only one mala, 192 malas, then multiply 365, you get some quantity. You have to go 9 years to finish it. It's not a small thing, he finished it. Then 1918 is also again not to be imitated. He sat in front of his picture of his guru, Gaur Krishna Babaji Maharaj, who was no more in this world, and took sannyas. There nobody to ask to take sannyas. He took sannyas in front of picture. Generally we don't do that. Sannyas is taken from the guru directly, and the guru is not present, then other god were the guru who is alive. But he was the only disciple of his guru. What does he do? He doesn't have any option. So he took a picture and did. And now he started vigorous preaching. He was called a lion acharya. Lion acharya in the sense that if he sees the Mayavadi in the street, he will directly catch him. Why are you misleading the public? And nobody can argue from any scripture. He was called a Vedic encyclopedia. All Puranas, all Upanishads, everything is here in it. You can't talk. Very strong. Therefore, he's called a lion acharya, like a lion used to roar. And people were not able to bring any atheistic proposition in front of him. Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada founded 64 Shuddha Bhakti Matas, which he called the Gaudiya Matas, in Navadip, that is Mayapur. Navadip is okay, we can say one more part of the Mayapur, Calcutta, Chaka. Most of these places were in Bengal. Some of the places, few places outside Bengal, just like we see Madras is there, Puri is there, Balasore is there, Delhi is there, Patna is there, Gaya is there, Lucknow is there, Varanasi, Haridwar, Allahabad, Mathura, Vrindavan. But most of them, 64 is in Bengal, and then some of them outside Bengal. This is 64 Madras. And not only that, he also put his money and sent some disciples to Europe. That time, England was the best country in the world. America became after the 1940s war, correct? He sent in those days disciples to England to set up branch and start preaching. But he had a big ambition and he was not very satisfied. He called them back, but that is what happened. Now these are the books he wrote. Sajjana Toshani, a fortnightly, weekly. The Harmonist, the English fortnightly. Gaudiya, a Bengali weekly. Bhagavata, a Hindi fortnightly. Nadia Prakash, a Bengali daily. The very funny incidents happened that one person came to meet him and he said that, Swamiji, do you get content to print a newspaper every day? Just imagine. So he had a very interesting answer. He said, see, Calcutta is a small part of India, which is a small part of this Earth planet, which is a small part of this universe. Even for this small Calcutta, which is just dust in the universe, you have so many newspapers and so many times in a day. The evening newspaper also some places, correct? And that is, I am talking about spiritual world. Even the whole material world is insignificant in front of the spiritual world. We can every second have a newspaper, only customers are not there. That was his confidence. That was his line. Bhagavata Hindi fortnightly, Nadia Prakash and daily, Kirtana and Asami monthly, Paramarthi, Unodi. These are monthly periodicals. Then the books. Prahlada Charitra, Bange Samanika, Brahmana O Vaishnava, Bhakti Bhavana Panjika, Navadip Almanak, Vaishnava Munjasa Samhariti, okay. Rai Ramananda, Relative Words, the Vedanta, Upadeshamrita, Bhakti Sandarbha, Srimad Bhagavatam on commentary, Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata commentary, Chaitanya Chandamrita commentary, Sri Navadip Ashtaka commentary, Sri Brahma Samhita commentary. Okay, he wrote hundreds of books like his father. Like Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada says actually writing scriptures is not for everybody. To create a scripture, you cannot do by scholarship. You should be a liberated personality. Then your words are spiritually transcendental. Now this is the letter that Bhakti, Sidhanta Prabhupada, when he was leaving the world, when he is leaving the world, he left a message to his disciples. So we also as grand disciples, so take it in order from Bhaktisivanta Prabhupada. With utmost enthusiasm, preach the message of Rupa Raghunatha. Our ultimate goal is to become a speck of dust touching the lotus feet of the followers of Rupa Goswami. All of you remain united in allegiance to the spiritual master Ashay Vigraha, in order to satisfy the sense of the transcendent entity of the non-dual knowledge. Do not give up the worship of Hari even amidst hundreds of dangers, hundreds of insults, or hundreds of persecutions. See? So our enthusiasm is to preach the message of Rupa Raghunatha. Very nice. Our goal of life is to become speck of the dust touching the lotus feet of the followers of Rupa Goswami. That's our destination. Become just dust in the feet of this great acharyas. We remain united, work together, cooperate together in order to satisfy the transcendent entity, the Supreme Lord. Do not give up the worship of Hari, even amidst hundreds of dangers, hundreds of insults, and hundreds of persecutions. This word is very wonderful. People have such big egos in this world. Moment that hurt, they do anything. I saw Hiranyakashipu did anything. Shri Radha Govinda ki even tried to kill his own child. People are so crazy, demonic in this world. And it's very difficult for devotees sometimes to persecute Krishna consciousness. They make our life dangerous. Okay? But do not give the worship of Hari even among these channels. Do not become unenthusiastic seeing that the majority people are not accepting the message of Krishna's sincere worship. Something they are doing, but sincerely follow Bhagavad Gita, believe in Gita, Krishna, people don't do. Krishna is some historical personality, he is some, great personality, some great intelligent politician. Like that people speak now. We ask general public, what's your opinion on Krishna? First thing they say, mythological figure. First thing. And that also, even if he is there, they do puja pata, that is just very superficial. At heart, very few people actually have faith. They are worshipping Sri Hari. Do not become unenthusiastic, seeing the mass of people have no interest in worship of the Lord. Do not become unenthusiastic people. Never give the glorification topics of Sri Krishna. Don't give up the topics. See how much it is purified, just hearing the glorification. They are your personal bhajana and your very all in all. They're everything for you. Become humble like a blade of grass and tolerant like a tree. Constantly glorifying Hari. If you want to constantly glorify Hari, become humble like a blade of grass. Now, every year we discuss this. Generally by the time we come, we don't have time, but today we do have some time. So let us meditate at least 1 minute on each one of them. These are some snippets from his teachings. We are put to test and trials in this world. Only those who attend the Krishna Kirtana or devotees can succeed. Life will have tests and trials. See, whatever difficult situation you get in this life, definitely it is out of our past karma. Recently we had one devotee, whose husband passed away. She said, I could bear it because I am chanting Hare Krishna now. Because I understood Bhagavad Gita, I am able to take that pain. Otherwise I cannot take that pain. So actually, the devotees can succeed. And we have situations that people who are not fixed up in devotion, little small business fails, they start taking tablets. They go into depression. Number one. Number two, any spot on earth where discourses of God are held is a place of pilgrimage. Right? That becomes really holy place. Holy place is not only the place where great acharyas in the past established temples. Anywhere that the glorification of the Lord is happening, which can happen any house. Sit down, read Gita, Bhagavatam every day, speak about what you understand. The place becomes holy place. Possessions of objects not related to Krishna is the main malady. We try to possess objects without service to Krishna, bhoga and aishwarya, that destroys our spiritual life. Let me not desire anything but the highest good for my worst enemies. So that's the nature of the world. As you proceed in our life, you get people who become our enemies. So what you should do? Let me desire the highest good. Because it is said in that even the people like Dhritarashtra could not understand Gita because they had negative feeling for somebody. So do not have negativity. If you find somebody has become somewhat your enemy, you in your heart wish him the greatest good. Externally, Vyavarika level, you have to take protection, he's an idiot. But in our heart, wish him that Krishna, make him a great devotee. Then you are a great man. As dalliance with the body in luxury increases, so wanes the spirit of service to the Lord. More and more we become interested in comfort of the body, the more and more our enthusiasm to serve Krishna goes away. Those favored the Lord find their path set by thorns, so obstacles become part of a life of a devotee. There is no peace or happiness in our worldly life. Circumstances create turmoil and annoyance. Chant the Mahamantra loudly and with attachment. This will drive away inertia, worldly evil and pest. How nicely saying. So inertia, this is one part of we are lazy. Worldly evils, we have such and pest, unwanted desires. All this is referring as pest in the heart. Kide. Sadagya dimag, we say that. So keep chanting, loudly you chant, so that this get washed away from the heart. Be indifferent to bajar gossip, to the grammar, oh this happened, this is be indifferent to that. Not easy, try to do it. Stick firmly to your cherished goals. No lack or impediment in the world will ever stand in your way. There is a cherished goal to see Krishna this life. And no impediment of world can stand in front of your way. Pay due respect to the extroverts of the world. So many people try to show themselves all. Yeah, a great man, externally. But do not appreciate their manners and conduct. In the heart, keep it clear. Introvert is generally a devotee who is analyzing, is this right to do? Extrovert is a person who is a man of show. His life is a life of show. Okay? So such kind of people, be careful. Do not absorb their manners and conduct. They have to be shaken off from your mind. So only the devotees stay in our heart, and all this, we don't get enchanted by so-called successful people of this world. The devotee feels the presence of God everywhere, but one averse to the Lord denies his existence anywhere. Devotee, what does it do? Feel the presence of God everywhere. And a non-devotee keeps denying him anywhere. You cannot appreciate the transcendental matter with the reasoning of the world. Now, with our limited intelligence, we cannot understand everything glory of the Lord. It is a sheer nonsense to decry them with the measuring stick of your intellect. Not everything about the Lord we can actually measure. It's beyond our capacity. We take what the Shastra says. To recite the name of Shri Krishna is Bhakti. What is Bhakti in Kali Yuga? Attentively recite the name of Krishna. That is Bhakti. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nobody can do it daily unless there is little taste. So if somebody is doing that, means Bhakti. Life is for, or if he is not even have Bhakti, as he is continuously chant, Lord will bestow mercy on him. Life is the glorification topics of Hari. If that is stopped, then what is the need to carry on life? We are living for sense gratification. A great Acharya said, life is just for glorification plan. Physical illness is Hari Bhajana is preferred to physical fitness without Hari Bhajana. Nowadays, so much people are busy, good life, they run on the streets, correct? So, physical fitness without Hari Bhajana is promoted today. But he said, it doesn't matter if you are sick, but with Hari Bhajana, that is better. That is better than being fit without the Lord. That's just animal, being a nice animal. Our span of life on earth is short, because we don't know when we go. Our life will be crowned with success if the body wears out with the constant discourses of Hari. Hearing the core discourse of Hari will leave the body. Success. If we are here on earth, so many colleges that put so many slogans. I saw Aristotle, this, that, Plato. Why not put these? Because they are all faithless, they are all demons, atheists. Why they will put all this? And they are teaching demons, they are demons. So what is why they do? We are here on earth not to work as artisans of making big buildings with wood and stone, but to work only as messengers for the teaching of Sri Chaitanya Deva. Okay? We are here on earth not to work as artisans of making big buildings. We are not here for doing all those things, but as wood and stone. For primary purpose, even making a temple is not just buildings and make a show a big building. Primary purpose is to be an instrument for preaching the message of Sri Chaitanya Deva. That is primary. Building or no building, that's the primary. A sycophant is neither guru nor a preacher. A hypocrite can be neither. To transfer the adverse desire of the jiva is the supreme duty of the most merciful. So we have desire of sense gratification, to transform that desire. Adverse desires should be transformed. To rescue one person from the stronghold of Maya is an act of superb benevolence, far superior to opening innumerable hospitals. Now today they think, the social welfare is everything. One time ringing ghanta, he said, is better than feeding millions of poor people. That is spiritual, other is material. Unless we are devoted to God, secularism will not leave us. This is all kind of idea, today. Actually, people practice secularism. Actually, they are practicing atheism. They say, I am a secular. There's some chief minister has said, why do you take oath on Bhagavad Gita? He said, I don't believe in God. Just imagine the joke. I believe in truth. This is kind of secularistic ideas that are actually atheism. Look within, amend yourself rather than pry on the frailty. The many times in life, we get stuck into weaknesses of others, and the mind keeps first thing, the weakness is that in Kali Yuga, nobody wants to hear his mistake. You tell him this, you should not have done, there's a mistake, you should not have spoken. He will just play the victim card and convince himself that I am a victim. They will not agree. Yeah, I did a mistake. Let me improve. What is that? In this world of Maya, so he's saying, instead of being absorbed in faults of others, be absorbed in your own faults. Why you have to bother other faults? That's your life, not your life. Unless somebody has given you that service. In this world of Maya, averse to the Lord, full of trials and tribulation, only patience, humility, respect others are a friend of Hari Bhajana. So in this world of Maya, where we are now, we are not in the spiritual world, which everybody is averse to the Lord. A lot of trials and tribulation. These things will make you successful in your life and in preaching. Number one, be patient. People are not going to accept Krishna consciousness in a day. I know one of my friends was there and we were all joining the temple. He said, when I'll go to America, offer has come from the company. We are in Infosys those days. He said, I just wanted to see America in my life. After joining, maybe you guys give chance or not. I'll go to America and then come and join. So he went for 6 months and there he met one boy. And he continues preaching for 6 months and he will just keep arguing with him. He didn't join. He didn't accept. Then while coming back, he gave a book to him. Okay, read. And he came back. And that boy read the book, became a devotee and gave it to him. So patience should be there. Preaching means you should be patient. You want to spread holy name, you should be patient. Many times we see people cannot give up some bad habit. Be patient. And I remember I used to play tricks like that and keep encouraging, do and what. Prabhu, to tell you something, what? I started chanting 16 rounds now. It is such a good news people give. Be patient. Everybody has to take his time. I took 6 years to come to 16 rounds. Everybody takes his own time. Not suddenly, 1 day, 1 second, it cannot happen. We forget we ourselves took so much time. So like that, we can appreciate everybody needs his own time. Be patient. Be patient. Prabhu, I read Chaitanya Charitamrita. Oh, really? Yeah. Be patient, people will progress. Humility, you should be humble. This is Kali Yuga. Nobody likes to be scolded or corrected. Respect for others, our friends of Hari Bhajana. You want to do Hari Bhajana? You will do this. The Lord God of Sundara puts his devotees in various difficult situations to test their patience and strength of mind. Krishna do that. Success depends on their good fortune. So we do face very difficult situations. Okay? And Krishna is testing us. And how do you pass the test? The patience and strength of mind. So you should be successful in that. When faults and other misguide and delude you, again he's saying that, have patience, introspect. Instead of meditating on others, introspect, find faults in yourself. Know that, very important line, nobody can harm you unless you harm yourself. This is a very, very famous line. We should put it up everywhere. Nobody can harm you unless you harm yourself. When fault, take it, very beautiful. So nobody can harm you. We only harm ourselves. So what is the use of meditating on other fault? Because they cannot harm. Why we meditate on other fault? Because he can harm me. Nobody can harm me. I am protected by my own karma. I am protected by the Lord's protection. Nobody can harm any devotee particularly. Nobody can harm anybody because he's protected karma. Just like suppose I have to have a karma of getting a slap now, then only somebody can give a slap. If there is no karma like that, you can't even touch me. So similarly, we should understand, unless you create a sinful karma, nobody can come and harm you. So, it's just immediate cause. Whenever difficulty comes, you can look at somebody and find immediate cause. The remote cause is our own karma. Be deep. Don't be shallow. Be grave. And faults are the misguided, delude you. Have patience, introspect, find fault in yourself. Know that others cannot harm you unless you harm yourself. Last for today, I wish that every selfless, tender-hearted person of Gaudiya Math will prepare to shed 200 gallons of blood for the nourishment of the spiritual corpus of every individual. So he said, all of blood, everything we should have to spread, okay, for the nourishment of spiritual corpus, to give people a chance for spiritual life, to make them taste the pleasure of Bhakti. All of a sudden, perhaps on this date, that is how he left the world. Okay, this is Prabhupada now connecting Bhakti on the Prabhupada. He said, I wrote a letter to my Guru once. He was indisposed, he was practically at the end of his life. So, 9th or 10th December, Prabhupada said, I asked him, and on the letter he wrote only one line, how do I serve you? So the order came, my dear such and such, I am very glad to receive a letter. Okay? Prabhupada even remember the date, 13th December 1936, because he gave his life to this order. My dear such and such, I am very grateful to receive, glad to receive a letter. I think you should try to preach a movement in English. That will look good to you and to the people who help you. This is the order of Bhakti Prabhupada. which he has similarly given the order before when he met him first time, but now black and white confirmed. Bhakti Thakur to the Kamala Manjari, the essay to the Lord Radha Krishna, and Bhakti Prabhupada is Nayana Mani Manjari, another essay to the Lord, eternal essay. Okay, so that's how he left the world. 1937, Bhakti Prabhupada left the world. Yes, Mataji, would you like to read this?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
I am overjoyed to hear that your enthusiasm for chanting is increasing. As our contaminations are removed by chanting, the Lord's form, qualities, and pastimes will be revealed to us in the holy name. There is no point in making a separate effort to artificially remember the Lord's form, qualities, and pastimes. The Lord and His name are one and the same. This will be understood clearly when the coverings in your heart are removed. By chanting without offenses, you will personally realize that all perfections come from the holy name. Through chanting, the distinction that exists between the self, the gross and subtle bodies is gradually effaced, and one realizes one's own spiritual form. Once aware of the spiritual body, as one continues to chant, one sees the transcendental nature of Lord's form. Only the holy name reveals the spiritual form of the living being and then causes him to be attracted to Krishna's form. Only the holy name reveals the spiritual qualities of the living being and then causes him to be attracted to Krishna's qualities. Only the holy name reveals the spiritual activities of the living being and then causes him to be attracted to Krishna's pastimes. By service to the holy name, we do not mean only the chanting of the holy name. It includes the other duties of the chanter. If we serve the holy name with the body, mind, and soul, then the direction of that service spontaneously manifests like the sun in the clear sky of the chanter's heart. What is the nature of the holy name? Eventually, all these understandings spontaneously appear in heart of one who chants the holy name. The true nature of Harinam is revealed by listening to, reading, and studying the scriptures. It is unnecessary to write anything further on this subject. All these things will be revealed to you through chanting. Bhakti Sidhanta Saraswati Thakur. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Okay, so this is Hare Krishna, thank you. Hare Krishna, everybody. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for nice
Krishna Prabhuji,
speaking.
thank you.
Krishna Prabhuji, thank you.
Hare Krishna
Prabhuji, धन्यवाद प्रभुजी, हरे कृष्णा प्रभुजी.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Krishna
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.